This program ended up to be the real thing and has a lot to it. So I want to go over in a quick video how it works and point out a couple of things. The other thing is that I have changed it to be more, just to flow better and to be more reasonable. And I'll try to do this quickly and get a homework up by 4 o'clock if I can. It's going to be tight, going to be close. So here we go. I'll talk my way through the program. Welcome to this online birthday cake ordering form. What is the name of the person celebrating the birthday? We take in the name. How old is the person celebrating the birthday? We take in the age. So then we determine the cake, frosting, and writing. So we call the birthday cake decision, name and age now, are sent. So those two arguments are sent to birthday cake decision. So we find birthday cake decision. Here it is. It'll take the name and the age. We ask them if they identify as a boy or a girl or neither. Take it in as gender. The writing on the birthday cake will be based on what they've said there, something like happy birthday, 10-year-old, and if it's a guy who identifies as a B or as a boy, birthday boy, your age now is blah, 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 you will have lovely blue flower frosting, and so on. And I think this part you pretty well got, and I didn't change that much except maybe the order in which things print out. The only tricky thing here, again, that you probably did understand in class was that we have this other if, else if block inside of one of the else ifs. Because if they identify as neither, then they get to pick their own frosting color. So that's not that big of a deal. It is a void method, meaning that it sends nothing back. At the end, it just does stuff. And it did take 2 parameters. But then the part that is a little bit harder to understand with the return. Down here, determining candles, number, and color. I just changed this around a little bit more to account for what if you're me, right? What if I'm the birthday boy? You're not going to put however many candles on the birthday cake because they're not going to fit. So if your age is above 20, then the num candles will just be 10. You know, that's what your mom and dad do. They just put on 10 candles probably. So now we're making the array based on num candles, not just age now. And so then, like I say, the tricky part. We are using a return method that's going to return a Boolean. Here it is. It's not it's not void. It's Boolean. It returns a Boolean when it's finished. It either returns true or returns false. Here's what I want to do first to see if this helps explain things. And I haven't done this in class. Just watch this. What if I took all this and I cut it? I could put it right before this if. Inside the main. Now the main is getting to be really long, which we don't like. But we could do it this way. We could do everything right inside the main. So all this is up here, blah, 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 blah. Only the everything all right, we could just put here. We could say, and I am going to go over this in just a second, just one way or another, this determines whether everything's all right with the candles. So anyway, I could put this everything all right, not the whole expression, just this. I could put that Boolean right here. Okay? Because that is true, everything's all right, or false, everything's not all right. Right? So no return needed because I'm doing it all within the main. Now, again, we don't like that. We don't like too much stuff to be inside the main method, so I'll go back to the way that it was. Just keep in mind, though, that see how that works? That's true or false. So what follows the if has to be true or false. It has to be everything's all right or everything's not all right. So what happens then if we have this as a separate function down here? Well, this is the if that we were just looking at. That if still needs to be evaluated to true or false. True, everything's all right, your cake's ready. false, everything's not all right, blah, 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 blah. So how do we get this to be that Boolean variable? We return it. Right? We return to here what this method that we're calling candle color selector. Right? We're calling this, and it's going to blah, 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 and at the end it's going to return that everything's all right or not. It's going to return true or false. So this becomes, right, this whole thing, which is the call to this method, becomes true or false. It's true that everything's all right, your cake is ready, or false. It's false that everything's all ready, blah, 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 blah. And the other thing that makes it a little bit tricky is that we are also sending this array down here. So this is a quite full, if I can call it that, method, because not only does it return something, which makes it kind of special, it's not void, it returns something, but it also does take in a parameter. So it does both the things we've been talking about over the past couple of days, which is fair enough. Functions can do that. And so finally, let me just go through how I changed this. I did want to use the candle array, because the way we left it in class was we just didn't use it. We took it in, but we didn't use it. So what did I say? I guess they could go through and pick the colors that they wanted. So I was saying to begin with, we presently only have the following color of candles in stock. Actually, I like that, like candles in stock. Blue, green, and white. Are you okay with that? If they're okay with it, then that's okay. And if it's okay, then we say great. And we loop through the candle array that we took in, and we get them to type the colors for each one of the candles. That's kind of silly, but they could, if they are 10 years old, maybe they want to have all red and green. Maybe it's a Christmas birthday, right? So they go true, 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 2, 3, 4, true, and then 10-year-old will go, not true, red, 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 green, 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 green. And then they're going to have half red and half green candles in the color candles array. And then this if-else is overall just based on whether or not they're okay with the colors. And if they're not okay with the colors, if they're not okay with just blue, green, and white, we got a problem. Everything is not all right, so we send back this, and that's going to be false, going back to what we've already gone over, and they're going to see a printed message, sorry, there was a problem with candle selection, please run the program again. And you can probably stop watching now if you've continued to watch to this point, but I will run this, and I'll put all this code, of course, if I have time, into the homework, so let's just do this. Joey. How old is the person celebrating? 10. Boy, girl, or neither? Neither. Happy birthday, 10-year-old, doesn't say birthday boy or girl, because it's a kid that identifies as neither. Joey, 10 years old, gets written on the cake. What color frosting would they like? They get a choice, so yellow. And yeah, that was the frosting, so now the color of the candles. This is complicated. What do I want? Am I okay with that? True. And I missed one line then. It looks like here, I'm not going to do this video again because I don't have time, but here I should have done something with this. I should have done this. I should have said candle array chunk chunk I is going to be whatever they typed in. So I'm going to have to go more string. Call it candle, like individual candle color, and that's too long. Candle color. So here we go. So each eye is going to get a candle color that they chose. So each one of those, they're going to go R, 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 W, 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 G, 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 G. It's complicated. So I hope this video, if you at least focus in on the part that you weren't sure about, can help. But the questions will guide you straight to an individual line number and get you to answer a particular question about that particular thing that's happening. The end.